Grand Rising, Elizabeth. Thank you for joining us this morning. At 9 a.m., we will close our social media and continue on Zoom only. Join us by getting your Zoom link at elizabethvisionaryconference.org. We'll be there until 10 a.m. You can join us now, and we'll see you in the Elizabeth Zoom room. Today, your hosts are Queen Aduni and Danny Stillwell. Enjoy.
Grand Rising, ladies.
Grand Rising.
Hey, Danny.
Hey.
Why don't you kick us off with some good wisdom?
Ooh, I have, if I may, one of my readings this morning, Grand Rising, everyone. Star, I almost put on my faith shirt. Look at you. Oh, wait. One of my daily readings, it is imperative that a woman has a daily spiritual practice. That is something I always adhere to. Even if you can just give 5 minutes to it. Oftentimes when we get up and we rise, we're moving all the time. But it is imperative that you stop for a moment and give thanks and gratitude for the breath that you are breathing right here and right now. So if I may, this morning was such a wonderful reading. And if I can share it, it's very, very brief. And it's from, I know if you've heard Jesus always. And whatever your belief is, Jesus was his name. Christ was his assignment. So it is the Christ mind that we adhere to. And it could be Buddha, it could be Yahweh, it could be, whoever your understanding of God is, that's who it is. It's all higher thought, all higher being. All right. So this comes out of Jesus Always, and it's July 1st, and it's such a wonderful reading, and I'm going to read it very, very briefly. Infinite and wise God, I know that you are good, but your ways are often mysterious. If we look at the world today, isn't it a mystery how God is working? It truly is, all right? When I look at the world events with so much rampant evil, it's easy for me to feel fearful and discouraged. I find it impossible to fathom why you allow such cruelty and suffering. Of course, I recognize that you are infinite and I am not. There are so many things that are simply beyond my ability to comprehend. Thankfully, every time I reach the limits of my understanding, I can keep moving onward by relying on my trust in you. Help me to stay in communication with you through the silent and spoken prayers, trusting in you with all my heart instead of leaning on my own understanding. I don't want to be stuck in a presumptuous posture of demanding to know why things happen as they do. I realize it's much better to ask, how do you want me to view this situation? And what do you want me to do right now? Though I can't change the past, I can start with the present moment and seek to find your way forward. Lord, teach me to trust you one day at a time. Let me hear you whispering this precious assurance. Do not fear, my child. I will help you. In your trustworthy name, amen. So that was just fear not, people. Don't worry. Don't be despaired about the events of the world. God got us. God's got us. And you can trust in that no matter what it looks like. Okay, because it's looking straight up crazy right about now. Okay, straight up crazy. Woo!
Like delirious.
No, right?
What?
Right. But in the midst of everything, We can still laugh. We can still learn. We can still love. Babies are still being born. People are still getting married. Come on, we got the living to do.
Yeah.
Living to do. And that is why we're here sharing this space with the Elizabeths to remind us how to live, how to live while we're living. Okay. Y'all get that?
Yeah.
Let's live while we're living. You
Mhm.
know, I don't want to walk around a walking dead. I don't. So
I don't even like
trust,
those movies. The Walking
huh?
Dead. I don't even like those movies.
I can't watch
I
it.
I do not want to get used to that. Okay.
Yes. Okay. Look, I see enough of it if I look out my window. So hey, I'm good with, I don't have to turn it on. How do you say, Alison? I don't have to turn it on the tube. You still call it the tube?
The tube, the underground, the
The
train.
underground. Ah, okay. The tube is the underground.
Yeah.
All right. What do you call television?
Oh, telly on the
The
telly.
telly. On the telly. Right. So yeah. So walk with that word today. Don't worry about it. God got you.
Yeah.
Yeah. God got you.
Absolutely. I
Mm-hmm.
want to introduce my new friend. I have a new friend, and it's safe to be my friend, Alison.
Oh, thank you.
Yes. We can attest to that. Yes.
I won't stalk you or anything.
Yes.
But since I know you're 5 hours in front of us, so I guess I can't bother you. When I get ideas and stuff and it's like midnight, then or 11, and I know that my friends are probably on their way to bed or whatever, then I'll call somebody in California because I know that they're still awake. If it's 12, then it's 9 there. And I could because sometimes I just need to dump it somewhere so that somebody will remember it, because it's a download and it's like, I just got to tell somebody and I know you're woke. So, but you'll be really into sleep by that time.
If you wake up in the middle of the night and you need to talk to me, you can give me some morning connections. If it's after 2 a.m. and you're feeling inspired, you can talk to me.
Okay. So ladies, this is Alison Love David, and she is a dynamic sister that I've met in my class that I've told you guys about. It's called Profitable.
Entrepreneurial Leadership Academy.
Yeah, that's the part that we're in right now. But Women Profitable Speakers is the
Women
name.
Rocking Business.
Yeah, Women Rocking
Business. Yeah.
And I joined. I went on to the Women Profitable Speakers, one of the master classes that Sage Levine has, and so I joined it, and then that's when I saw this unique hairstyle amongst hundreds of women, and of course we were speckles in the middle of all of the whiteness there.
You were chocolate chips. That's what we call it. You all were chocolate chips. Yes.
Yeah. So it's always good to see a few somewhere, and then a few more came and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
But all in all, Sage has a wonderful program, and I'm learning how to be a profitable speaker, go on to TEDx, those types of things, and how to put these types of things together, which I already knew how to do it, but how learning how to monetize it, and some other things that brings the skill forth. So when why did I go to Alison? I think I saw Alison on my Facebook. And there was a beautiful picture of her. She had a red dress on and stuff. I said, oh, that's how I can connect with her, right? And went to her website and just found out all the other delicious things and wonderful things and helpful things that she offers, not just as a vocalist, but there's way more to her, which is always way more than what we always meet. There's always way more to that person. We only know them through that one connection. So I wanted to dig a little bit deeper. So Alison, I'm going to, I want to bring up, and she can help me get there faster. Her website. What was amazing to me is when she shared how you can use your vocals to heal your own body.
Oh, wow.
And it reaches out to others. I was amazed because, that's what we're about, different ways of naturally healing ourselves.
Mhm.
And and then read some other things that she offers. So I would love for, Alison's going to share more about herself, but ladies, I want you to welcome Alison, David, and Alison loved David.
Mhm.
She is from the UK, ladies.
Yay!
So if you just hear a little accent, she's trying to get our accent. We're trying to, get her accent.
Yes.
But Alison, I want to welcome you here. And I'm going to pull up your website. You can start sharing, and I'm going to find your website. Well, I already have it. And I want to, in particular, first bring up the one about your the healing. So if you could, what tab is that under?
Okay,
Oh, I think you're talking about my baths. So that will be
No, not the bath. It's the, when you're talking about and you're breathing and showing us how to heal, and you touch your shoulder.
oh gosh, I don't know.
Okay, I'll find it because it is on your website. So
But it's not a YouTube thing where no, I don't even know.
I'll find it.
Okay,
No
thank you.
matter where it is, I'll find it. That's a song. That's my new song. No matter where you are, I'll find you. So
I got a song called "I'm Gonna Find You."
see, we found each other.
Yeah.
So Dave, Alison, go right ahead. I'm gonna bring you on down and down to the stage, and just share some things about yourself, and and we'll go from there.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for the welcome. It's such a privilege to be here amongst sisters. Oh my, brown sisters. I've been. Oh gosh, it's just so beautiful. I feel like I've always wanted to be surrounded by brown people, but I haven't much in my life. So this feels really nice, and to be welcomed, yeah, feels such a privilege. So yeah, I live on the south coast of England. I sing for a living. I'm a mother of two, and yeah, I've been learning about the healing power of sound through my job, and I want to share it. I'm passionate about getting people to realize that they have this tool of healing, but it's also a destruction tool. I'm tuning into that these days. I have a Facebook group called Free Your True Voice, and I go on weekly with the subject. And next week's subject's going to be, "You can't sing" is like the most toxic words. And it's like I keep meeting all these people, and they've been told they can't sing at some point in their lives, and it affects their confidence in presenting themselves in so many ways. And so the power of the voice is super powerful. There's the power of words, there's the power of non-verbal sounds, and then there's the vibrational tool, that is the healing vibrational tool of just vibration that sound makes. Then there's music, which is another thing that's more obvious to somebody who does my job. But yeah, I'm passionate about getting us all to know and use and become acquainted with these tools, bring more consciousness into how we use a tool. So yeah, I don't know what else to say.
All right.
I can tell you something else. I can tell you something else. So I listened to a couple of your recordings, and so my passion is like free your true voice, so express yourself. And one of the things I've learned about myself in the last year and a half is well, I've known it for years. So my mum used to get me to do accents for her friends when they came round. Look, come and do some accents. And so I did it for my friends. But all those years, my mum's been passed for 20 years, more. And so I wouldn't do really accents except in front of my kids, who would just go, shut up. And I actually was in my Facebook group one day. I actually started talking in one of my accents, American accent type. And then I felt safe to do it in the group. And then I did it in Facebook Live the next day. I was really nervous about it before, because I realized I didn't do it because I was so worried about people thinking I was ridiculing them or whatever. And so anyway, I did it, and Americans heard it and they laughed and they liked it and stuff. So when I listened to you lot recording, I was like, can I dare to talk in the accent that you bring out in me? Because when I was listening to you, I was echoing everything you were saying. And and when I'm on Zoom with Americans, I'm doing that. And this thing, free your true voice, this whole express yourself thing, is like, for me to hide something like that for 40 something years, it's just crazy. And then we're all hiding these wonderful things that we have, these fun things, these creative things that we have, that because we're worried about hurting people's feelings, or many reasons. And that's what I'm passionate about, like letting us all liberate ourselves.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we have I know At Peace is on. She might be riding her bike right now, but she's a vocalist and a coach around the speaking, not only just singing but also in theater. She's a coach for that and a director, and always working with the breathing and other ways of healing. What I really liked about it was the sharing that you did about the breathing. I was trying to find the video itself. I haven't yet, so I don't know if you wanted to demonstrate that, but I can keep looking for that.
Okay, so what was I saying? I was saying that about how breathing. I wish I knew. My memory doesn't hold things for very long.
Not
I'm I'm using a new language with that as well. Instead of saying I have a terrible memory, because this is the danger of using words
Absolutely.
incorrectly.
Mm-hmm.
If I say my memory doesn't hold on to things for long, it doesn't make it wrong or right. It just describes it. So what was it? Like the power of the breath? Was it the power of the tones of
The
the?
tones.
Okay.
So you
So
know what? Let's do this. I'm going to let some of the sisters ask you some questions while I locate that. I had it all up, but go right ahead. And
Doesn't
so your mom was black, right? Or brown, as you say. They don't say black people, brown people.
well,
brown
yeah, I
people.
never know what to say. Like I say, I've been growing up in a white communities, and so I never know what the right word is. But brown is a color that describes people's skin, so it works for me. My mom was from Dominica in the Caribbean, and
Oh.
some people go, "Oh, Dominican Republic." I said, "No, I didn't say that. I said Dominica. It's a little island in between Martinique and Guadeloupe. It was French, and then it was English, and then it was free. And it has like it's volcanic island with rainforests and things like that. And she came over to this country when she was 13 as an orphan, and then she ended up marrying my stepdad, who's also from Dominica, who came roughly at the same time when he was 9. Um, my mum never went back in her life. She wouldn't want to either. She had some bad stories or whatever. But I've been there once, and yeah. So that's my mom and my stepdad. And then the rest of our community was mostly white people, apart from like just towards the end of living with my mum, she started surrounding herself with black women. And the laughter was so loud. And it was just like gurgling brooks of laughter. So different. Oh, it's nice.
Do you, I'd like to ask, are you connected with any of your family, your mother's family
My
at
mom,
all? No. Okay. All right.
yeah,
Yeah.
because she was an orphan when she came over.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, and even my stepdad, he had some family. He was a bit rejected by his family when he became a
Mm-hmm.
born again. So, yeah, I just have a brother. My brother's half Nigerian and half Dominican,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, my stepdad, we don't really talk much because he's got depression and things. He doesn't talk much. He's a recluse, but he's lovely. And my real dad can't talk. He's Englishman. So yeah, not much family on that in that direction.
Mm-hmm. But you've made families all along the way. Yeah. Yeah. Probably good girlfriends and people you come in contact with, and you just made some friends of some Elizabeths. So you have friends
Oh
on
my, oh
the
my,
other
oh my.
side of the ocean.
Oh
Okay.
yes, oh
Monday through Friday, we are
Yeah,
right
that's
there.
right.
yes, 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 yes. I feel very fortunate. I have
Yes.
sisterhoods. I'm a parts of various sisterhoods of
Yes.
international people. Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah. You know what? I just want to say real quickly, you're talking about sound and song and being able to sing and breathe and all of that. I just want to say for some of us, everybody can sing. Some of us just don't sound good. Okay. Some of us, everybody can sing. But I swear to God, everybody don't need to have a microphone. Okay. So I just wanted to say that to the people who love to sing but cannot. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, it's true, and that's so important. And everybody can sing, and
Yes,
actually sound good is a judgment that is
that is true.
relative. Because,
Hmm.
like, I always talk about Bob Dylan. No one would have gone, "Oh, you've got the best voice. Please make some records." And
That's
there's loads
right.
of people like that that have been
Yeah.
successful. So it's not
They're
about
just
that.
different.
Yeah,
Yeah.
staying in tune is a bit of a that not everyone can arrive at being in tune, but a lot of people can with practice.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I found it.
Oh my, what is
I
it?
told you, no matter where you are, I'll find you. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna, I'm gonna, it's on the same page, Allison, as your,
This one, yes, yes, yes.
yeah. So ladies, I'm going to share this with everyone because this is what captured me.
About voice
Mm.
to self-healing work. It's best to tell you rather than write it down because it's so much easier to explain. So basically, I sing for a job. It's the most amazing job, and I love it entirely. And what I've learned is just the power of the voice and how it can heal your body internally. Now, we all have voices and we can all do this work. And I've started a group where we're going to do it in water. I really recommend doing it in water, but you can do it anywhere. And you don't need me, you don't need anybody, you can do it on your own. It's your own healing tool. So basically how it works is our body's got water running all the way through it. There's different amounts that people say it's made of, but basically there's water everywhere because it's in our blood. And if you've ever seen a glass next to a speaker, it vibrates, it makes ripples. Water and sound makes ripples in water. Now, if you ever get a massage, you'll find, somebody's massaging your muscles. Now, using sound, you can do that massaging from the inside. The way sound works, it's incredible. The way that we have our voices work, we have the mechanisms here, our voice box and larynx, etc. But that's like the reed of a saxophone that makes the sound, but for the sound to resonate, it takes your whole skeleton. So your skeleton is actually the vehicle of the sound. So if you imagine a saxophone, you take off the reeding, it goes, but if you put the whole body of the saxophone on it, that's when you get the warm tones. And so if you are relaxed as you can possibly be, then your muscles are not putting pressure on your bones. I like to use the analogy of a guitar. So you imagine a guitar, if you sort of dull the strings, if you just put your fingers lightly against the strings and try to strum the guitar, it doesn't make a good sound. Yeah, it's a dull sound. And that's the same as what happens when you're muscles are tense. Yeah, it dulls the sound of your bones vibrating. Some people talk about the head voice when you sing high, that's your skull vibrating. So what we can do with our voices is a simple toning exercise, which are, simple as yeah. Now, if you, there's loads of things you can do to improve your sound, like learning to breathe into your diaphragm and make your sound from your diaphragm, which means your full lung capacity gets involved in creating the sound. That's the air bit. Yeah, so you've got the air bit, you've got your voice bit, but you've got your body that resonates. And you can listen with your ears in. I like the bath and the shower. I like wet places, the steam room, the sauna, the hot tub, anything like that. But you can do it all the time. So right now I'm talking to you and I can tune into my body and I can feel different parts that hold tension. And I can put the sound mentally, I send the sound to the parts where I feel tension. So I've got some tension here. So I can go, and I can send the sound into the places where I feel tense. And that will actually vibrate me from the inside. It will vibrate all the liquid inside of me, including the liquid inside the tense parts. And with my thought concentration, I can concentrate that sound into there. I do things like sing whole sets from places that are tense. I can talk to you now from this shoulder, from this part here, I can feel a knot. Now, if you learn to listen to yourself clearly, you'll be able to hear when your sound is resonating wide and when it sounds a bit constricted. You can use your mind to send the sound to the places that are relaxed and listen and see how it sounds. Send the sound to places that are tense, listen to see how it sounds. So any work you do, if you just take the time to just, you can hear yourself, you can feel the vibration. You can do it anywhere on your body, you can do it anywhere you go, you can do it in the car, you can do it in your meditation. I love doing it in the bath. And if you come and do some water healing sessions with me, we'll do it in the jacuzzi spa that we found. But I really would love you to make use of this wonderful tool that we all have and to give yourself these internal massages. You can go up and down the scale. You can go, you can go, and give yourself bliss sounds, or you can go, and let go of some tension. But it's such a good tool and we all have it. So please use it.
All right.
I'm like, God, that girl is articulate.
Yes,
I like
she
it.
is. And oh my God, let me tell you, I had chills going through my body because I am a massage. You say massage? I am a massage therapist. I am a body worker. And so I'm always using tools. However, I've never had my clients begin with the sound so that they can vibrate from the inside. Let me tell you, you have taken my massage business to a whole nother level. Okay. It's on and popping now. All right.
Oh
Oh
God.
my God.
Oh
Thank
God.
you.
Yes, yes, yes. And when I'm
Oh,
being massaged, I'm noisy, right? There's
oh
that
my, yeah,
one.
yeah.
I'm making sounds,
Yes.
and then there's also energy burps. I don't know if you're aware of those as well. That when energy moves, it comes out of me as a burp.
Mhm.
But yeah, I'm getting more used to, and it's a really good indicator when you're getting something hurting, or if you're doing the body work and they're
Yes.
sending the sound from the inside, then you're doing it from both angles.
Yes. Yes. Oh, awesome. Awesome. Hmm.
So
Whew.
yeah, so you see why I was captivated by that. We got a few people had some questions, but I would like for you, Alison, before we leave, to lead us in some of those. And then we can all, because everybody has different areas in their body. So you can direct us, go to that area or whatever that is. so that we can actually experience it. I see my sister Star. This is my sister, Allison, that has a question for you.
Hi, Allison. Sheila, Queen Aduni, can At Peace go first because she had her hand up earlier?
Okay, yes, At Peace.
You guys hear me? I'm on the bus.
Yes.
Yes, honey.
Okay, I know you like the camera. Okay, so yeah, it made me think about as a childbirth doula when women are laboring, having a baby. I encourage them to make sound with their mouths, like to release the pain, to really sink more into their bodies. You have to, as you're breathing, it's okay to say ooh, wee,
Bring your
it's
camera
very
down a little bit, At Peace.
Huh?
Bring your camera down a little bit to your face. There you go. Thank you, baby.
I'm trying to talk into the microphone. So my question to Allison though is, what happened, or did something happen specifically in your journey that started you on this path of wanting to do sound therapy?
Oh, that's a good question. I was singing in a hotel in India, and included. You may need to mute at Peace. You may need to mute. Yeah, I was working in a hotel in India, and because of that, I was able to access their spa. And so, hang on. Actually, the story goes back a little bit further. I used to love drum and bass. I used to go night clubbing, and I used to put myself right in front of the speaker and just put my body on the big speaker while the sub was going, and just feel it giving me a massage. Just put my body in different angles. So it started there.
Wow.
And then that was when I was a teenager, and then it was about 10 years ago or so I went to India and worked there. And so because I could go to the spa every day before work, I started doing some toning in there. I started humming. I started making sounds. Somewhere even in between those two dates, I had a singing teacher who was a holistic singing teacher, and she taught me about the bones vibrating, and she taught me about how being relaxed made a better sound. And also she did this thing where she'd give me a therapeutic massage, and then she would push, if she was to find somewhere that was not tense in me, like a muscle that was loose, she could push that muscle and the tone would change. I can only pretend. I don't know if I can give you a real demonstration. Okay, here we go. It sort of worked. So you can, like, your body is an instrument. So if you're relaxed enough and they make an R sound and you push it, it should change pitch. And so anyway, I'm in the steam rooms and the saunas, and maybe I had a bit of tension in my shoulders from singing with bad technique, with shoulder lifting and stuff. And so I think I just must have, I don't exactly know, but it was a steam room, and I just started humming into it. And that's when it happened. And then I would go and do a set and sing into that place. I was just putting A plus B equals C kind of together. And so that's when I started singing from my shoulders, a whole set from my shoulder. And just feeling that by the time the gig was over, I was feeling the tension had gone away. So that's where it started, really.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah, it is.
Are you coming back? Okay, well, Pam.
Oh, no, it's just...
Oh, yeah. Were you complete, At Peace?
That was it.
Okay, good. Thank you. That was a good question. Thanks for asking that. Star?
That was my question too.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Awesome.
Great mind, Pam.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're going to do some toning together, are we?
Yes.
Yes.
Fantastic. Okay, well, let's all tune into our bodies right now. And we all have different places where we might feel tension in our body. So tune in and see if you can find one of those places. I don't know if I can feel you or whether it's me. But where I'm tuning in right now is is the back of the heart area. And you could try different things. There's actually 2 ways of doing this healing energy, because you can send your sound into it, but you can also let it make a sound. So you've got this 2-way stream. So you're like, when I tune in right now to this back of the heart area, it wants to go and release itself. It wants to release its own tension with its own sound. So each one of you, the great thing about doing this sort of thing on Zoom is that we could all be muted and make as much noise as we want. Yeah.
Yeah, because I was definitely going to mute myself so I can go for it.
So yeah, let's just do it. Let's just tune into that part of your body. And you if you've ever done a guided meditation where it's called a body scan, and you just put your attention on a certain part of your body, and then and that's it. But we are putting our attention and our sound into that part of the body. So let's just do it. I'm going to do it to this place I can feel really strong at the back of my heart. And low is good. Low is big sound waves, and high is little sound waves. So you can play with that. The R is the easiest, but you play. And you can soothe yourself as well. You can soothe your pain with a gentle humming or a gentle what's the sound you would give a baby? A comforting sound. Some humming is good. And you can do it louder. I'll move away. It depends what part of your body you're tuning into right now, whether you could use your hand as well, because you can actually feel the vibration in your hand and see if the sound is going there. I'm just putting my hand on my front heart. I mean, the lungs are easiest to feel, but if you were trying to feel it on the leg or something, it's going to take a while for you to tune into the sound going there. What's amazing I've witnessed when I've been in I was talking about that jacuzzi spa. There's a big pool thing I could take people to, and as soon as I start, it gives you permission, and you can do anything, and your sound will do whatever it wants to do. So I'm feeling neck now. Because there's not just physical tension, there's emotional tension, and you can really loosen that with your sound. A little bit of a wiggle. You know when they get you to shake, 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 and everyone's doing it quietly. You can make noise. We are so restricted in what we're allowed to do. It's like when I had COVID, I had to tone into the pain. You know, while I was toning, the pain was gone. When I stopped, it came back, but it was good. It was helping me.
Yeah, I'm finding, Alison, that like when I was doing my neck, when I was like this, it was a lower tone. But when I would pull it over to stretch this, my tone went up on each side. It would just, not me making it, it would just go right on up in a higher pitch. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. And
Uh,
another thing you can do to observe the tension thing is like make a sound, be as relaxed as you can be, say ah, and then clench everything and see if you can hear the difference. So let's do that. Like ah, and relax it again. So yeah, we could go relax, tense, relax. Okay. Ah, I can hear it in me. Soothing yourself with hums. I mean, there's just so much you can do. And for example, if you get hurt, you know, if you bang your head and you go, ouch, you do that. And your sound is a healing that it just does itself. That's why we do it. It's like what you said about giving birth at peace. You know, we're actually encouraged to do it because it actually helps to loosen up.
mm-hmm.
And then, you know, you think, why do we do that? Stopping children so much from doing that. If we could understand this healing power, we would choose to treat our children very differently.
Mm.
And there's another one. V, I've learned V is good for the vagal nerve, which is this huge nerve. It's the biggest nerve in the body. I don't know much about it, but it's big and it's torso length, I think. And if you use V, that's supposed to relax the vagal nerve, which is also good to know. And you can imagine a sigh letting go of tension in your body as well. So if you consciously sigh, let that tension come out with a sigh. Thank you, ladies. I didn't know I was going to be doing this afternoon.
Feels good to your own self, huh?
And silly sounds like what? Who told you can't be like? When I do workshops, I did some workshops with adults the other day, and I got them all running around making all the sounds that the children make in the playgrounds. That's also a tension release. Yes, Danny.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, that was wonderful.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Sisters, are you all loose?
Oh man, yeah.
Let's hear some testimonies on how it
Oh,
affected you if you did it.
that concentrating on the area that may be tight or tense or whatever it is, I literally felt, because mine is always in my shoulders because I'm always doing movement with my arms. And so that shoulder and neck area, so I was pushing it right to that area that, oh my God, I could feel it from the outside. I actually feel as if I've had a mini massage. I do. And so it is awesome, the vibration. And as I tighten up my body and made the sound, the pitch was higher than it was when I was relaxed and I made the ah. And the other thing that I've learned and I did was, if if we would relax the base of our tongue, our whole body would relax. So while I was humming, I was relaxing the base of my tongue, and oh man, I was just really getting at it, And so
Thank you. You're giving that
is,
to me now.
yes, if we just relax the base of your tongue, your whole body just goes limp. And you can really give a ah. So anytime you feel your body tensing up, just relax the base of your tongue and your body will relax. Yeah. Oh man, that was awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ooh.
have to write that
Anyone else
down.
want to share? Mama Yaba? Unmute yourself.
Mute yourself, Mama.
Thank you. We have an exercise we are doing a short set called Bazi. And in Qigong. And this is very much remind me of that because you use your breath and sound for different organs. The sound for the liver is shoo. What you just said about relaxing your tongue, that's awesome. I have never even heard of that. I'm gonna start working with that now. And so you can do different parts of the body. Your heart has its own sound, but you have to do your arms like that. And just being a singer, and a lot of times, I'm so glad to meet you. My name is Mama Yaba. And we got 3 or 4, 5 singers around here. And being a singer, what you find yourself doing is playing with sound. I know if you've done improvisation, you know what I'm talking about, especially if you're doing it with guys in a band. What's her name? Ella Fitzgerald was really good with that. And so thank you for bringing this, as you added another dimension to, to my life. And I appreciate that. I love dimensions. The 5th dimension.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I want to hear some more, share more about the, the different sounds that you make, Mama Yaba.
Maybe I'll get Mr. Eye Candy to come back and give us a whole series of it. Yeah. Well, when you do the liver, for example, your liver, where your liver at? Over here. But your hand goes out this way and it comes back that way. And you go shoo. You don't touch your body, but you go like that. And you can actually feel it, in your liver. And you remember the other day we did I said, do meet me, and you didn't have any particular place for your energy to go. But it went, y'all came back with testimonials of where it went. So I'll get together with that and get that ready for you all for two Wednesdays from now. How about that?
Okay. So come back in 2 weeks. Oh, she's on a Wednesday, Alison, if you're available.
Yeah, for the Qigong, and you will add that to what you already do.
Yes.
I love this, and especially the one about the little children thing, because I always like to act like a kid. So that now I got some reason for it. I'm perfect.
Be as a little child.
Yes,
Okay.
Lord.
Yeah, anyone else want to share their experience? Okay, cool.
Alison, may I ask you a question?
Yeah, please.
Have you ever had a headache or pain in a certain part of your body, and which sound, or did you just make any sound to release it?
Yeah, good question, and the funny thing is I have been having headaches recently, gentle ones, not very harsh ones, and I didn't think to use the sound to heal it. I make it up. Like, like when you just listen to spirit, or whatever you want to call it, then it guides you. And so it's just being open to the listening that tells you what sound to make.
Yeah.
And probably changing it around until you hit it. You try different things as you start the process, and then it's like a massaging. I know when I massage, it's like they're feeling around, and then it's like right there, right there, right there, stay right there. Stay right there. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Oh, and then it begins to calm down as the pain starts going. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
And then people out there like, what are y'all doing in there?
I tell my
like,
clients, I say it's okay to scream. I know, because that has to be painful because it's like a little hard rock. I say, so I can't just glaze over it. I gotta go down in there and break it down. So it's okay to scream. Go ahead, scream. But now I can say to them, okay, I want you to give me a good focused hum. I just want you to just hum while I work it out. Baby, I'm ready.
Oh, okay, I gotta make my appointment.
You gotta make your appointment. I'm ready. Oh.
See, and then when she do it, she said, "This is for Alison."
Yes.
This is what I learned.
This is what I learned today.
That's wonderful, wonderful.
But yeah, what you say, Mama Ayaba, about the different organs and a different sound. I haven't done enough research to know, but there is a sonic vibration tone for each organ of the body. There's tones that people use for chakras in the more Indian based philosophy, and so but the idea being, if we could find that tone, like say on a crystal bowl or something, we could resonate that part of your body. But we can do so much with our mouths, shopping for £1,000 crystal bowls, when we got our mouths to do this stuff.
Wow. Wow, that's delicious.
Delicious. That's right. It's good and tasty.
So I'm going to go to, we're going to talk about since we're like, we're going to go to the bath. Okay.
Okay. Now, At Peace has her hand up again. I don't know if.
Yes, go ahead, At Peace.
Okay. Yeah, I was going to bring up too that we can also use sound as pleasure too. Like sex is so much better with sound.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes. I pity the sister that won't say nothing. You better get it out. You better, when you're I'm so timid, I don't do it. You better yell. You better hit him.
Yes, I had a tantra teacher, and he was some tantra teachers, and they were saying, like the sound is the indicator that lets the lover know how it's going.
Yes.
But interestingly enough, I'm a bit restricted in my lovemaking sounds. And funnily enough, I was about to say, so At Peace, you're so resonating with me, that I have this vision of taking us to hot tubs and pools where everybody is making pleasure sounds. And what happens, if we're all going, and all different types of pleasure sounds, I am imagining us all laughing like crazy.
Yeah.
And actually, when you do it, and I've done it a little bit in workshops, it can turn you on just making the sound.
Yeah.
You don't even need to touch anything. But I'd love to do that. Like, I have this vision of just hot tubs, and we're just freely making pleasure sounds together and liberating that energy. And I've felt when I've coached people to release sounds, it changes the whole energy field of the room. So I can't even begin to imagine what will happen if we're all making pleasure sounds for fun together.
Right. And speaking of that, let's go to the bath where you're able to do that, where you guide. I'm going to share.
So yeah, that's one called baths. If you go to the top, you'll see it at the top with the bath ceremonies. There we go. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, basically, because of this thing that happened in India when I was in the steam room and the sauna and making these sounds to heal myself, I had this vision of being able to do that in saunas and steam rooms and pools and encourage people to use their sound like that in these places. And I, when I made that video you saw, I'd found this place local to me with this giant big jacuzzi with music and lights and stuff. And so we done it there, and I've occasionally had clients in the bath, like in the house with me, but you have to be comfortable to be naked, right, in the room with me. And I've had occasional times like that, and then COVID happened, and I realized that, not only could we not go to the sauna and steam rooms, but we can we could do it in our bath. We could do this in our bathrooms. So I I could do it on Zoom. The person could be off camera. The whole nakedness problem was gone. And so I started guiding people in their personal bath ceremonies. And then a friend of mine suggested that I do it every new moon and full moon. So I've been doing that for over a year now. Every new moon and full moon, I guide this ceremony. And even though I'm practiced at letting go of my sounds, I still need to build confidence, because I still am learning to free my true voice, to be my full expression in front of others, like the neighbors who can hear. And so for me, doing it on every 2 weeks is really good to build my own repertoire of freedom of sound. So I guide this process. I do it for myself every new moon and full moon in the daytime, and then in the evening, I guide a ceremony. And I do it these days. I do it on YouTube live, so the person can have their YouTube player on in their bath, preferably with a speaker. And there's certain stages of the ceremony that I do. So turning your bathroom into a spa, into a holy place, into a place that provide support for you. It developed. So there's different stages to the process. One stage is practicing, using your sounds to heal yourself. So it's that safe space that we create for us to do some toning. This is what we did earlier, toning. This week, I did it on Wednesday for the new moon. And this week, because they're slightly different every time, I was saying to them, what's the sound of frustration? What's the sound of, I did it to myself as well. What's the sound of happy? Like frustration was like, right now is, and happy's wee. And like, so we were doing a whole, what's the sound of, I don't know, joy, or what's the sound of anger? What's the sound of pain? What's the sound of boredom? But it changes every time. Sometimes I tune in again to what's in the field, what's in the energy field. Sometimes we just do comforting things. My regulars do whatever they want. They know what to do. So we do a little bit of toning. I also use, I have a mantra that I created on my album, which is love is everywhere. Love is all around, love is everywhere. Because when you're in the water surrounds you in the most beautiful way. And it's like a rebirthing. It's like going back into the womb. It's like you can have a rebirthing experience. And very much about connecting to our inner child, and reparenting ourselves with care and love. So yeah, I always sing love is everywhere at the beginning, and infuse the water crystals with love energy. And if anyone knows anything about the guy called Masaru Emoto, who he did a study on what happens when you expose water to music, when you expose it to words, and how it changes the water crystals. So we're using that philosophy, kind of that idea. So I sing love to the water. So I sing to the participants, and then they make some toning. And then I have another mantra that I created, which is, I take pleasure in letting go of what no longer serves me. And that one is a track that I play, and I sing to them. When it's me, I have to play it when I'm singing it. And we scrub ourselves. So the idea is we let go of what no longer serves us. We let go of the dead skin cells. The pleasure part, hopefully we're invigorating our skin, or we're using our hands and it feels lovely. And the idea is to build a habit of enjoying the process of letting go, because most humans find that really hard. Letting go, it hurts a lot of humans. But if we could find ways to enjoy it and set a practice of practicing enjoying the process of letting go. And then the wonderful thing about the water is when we're going to put these things that no longer serves us down the plug hole, the beautiful planet that we live on will take yucky, dirty water and clean it, so that it comes out of a rock, sweet and tasty and good. And yes, there's sewage systems, but Mummy Nature can do all of that stuff herself. And you know, if you've ever drunk water from a spring, you're like, whoa. You know, they talk about pollution and all that, but if it's sweet and it's healing and it's amazing, and planet Earth did that, no human. So what we do is we use words. So before we wash, we speak out loud so we can hear ourselves what we don't want anymore. And then the next thing we do after that is we speak what we do want. And so it changes every month, every time it changes. This on Wednesday just gone, we spoke our innocence. We spoke about how sweet and pure we were, because for this ceremony this week felt about this inner battle between the part of us that is pure and the part of us that makes ourselves wrong. So what this one was about, and it's slightly different every month. So then when we put our beautiful intentions in words, we say it out loud so we can hear it, and we can infuse the water with, this time it was like our innocence and our purity, or whatever. You know, I encourage people to say what they feel, and then you put that in the water, and then the same thing, when it goes down the plug hole, these water crystals, each one is infused with your intention, and that can go, and I always say it can be in the rain over Namibia. It could be, you know, it could be down the president's tap. Like, it could be anywhere. That water crystal, you don't know where it's going, but it's going to go all over the world. So we could be spreading our intentions for a better world, you know, love and peace and yumminess or anything. So that bit's that. Then we shower, and that sometimes is like watering ourselves or consecrating us. It changes. I sing to them. Sometimes it sounds like play a tune, and then when we come out, we dry ourselves with a towel like a baby. So if you've ever dried a baby from a bath or a shower, you don't just scrub it like when you rush out, you come out the bath, you scrub it out. But this is like patting like the fry. So we do that to ourselves, and then we get some moisturizer or oil, and we usually use words again, where we say things like this week was a big one. Sometimes it's like, I'm here with you, or it's okay. We speak to ourselves, and we use our healing hands on our bodies all over. And today it was, on Wednesday it was, I believe in you, which is a big one, or I am believing in you, because that's the process more than an arrival. And so that's the ceremony pretty much.
Wow.
Well, now.
Like, what time?
Yes. So I do it in the evening UK time. I have one woman who's been coming for over a year. She's in Austria. And what happens is, if you join me live, I might feel your energy, and it might change what's happening.
Yeah.
It might not. And but the replay is always available. Like if you buy the link, we do it by donation. If you get the link, then you can replay it, well, for forever. There's loads of them for the people who've done them regularly. And so anytime after the broadcast, it's there on YouTube for you to use. Yeah.
Can you share the link with us in the chat? Can we?
Yes, I
Okay.
can. So right now, the one from Wednesday is there.
You know, Alison, I think it may have been a couple of weeks ago, I was sharing with the ladies that my daughter gifted me these stones with joy and peace and love and blessings and gratitude written on the stones. And then she says, well, Mom, have you ever put them in your bathtub and infused the water with all of those? And I was just like, what? No. So now I have a basket of stones in my bath that stay there. And as I'm running my bath, it's infusing that water with love and gratitude and peace and harmony. Yes.
I went to see a healer once who he put words in water, and he made it taste yummy. You know, I don't know how long he left it there for, but with some amount of time.
Yeah, words are not only powerful. You mentioned that we can use our voice to heal or harm, and we get to choose which one it's going to be. And so for women, our voices are like melodies, but they can also cut like knives. And so we have to really be mindful of how we speak, not only to others, but to ourselves. You know, what are we saying to ourselves in terms of, are we investing our words in ourselves to whereas they empower us, you know? And so I just acknowledge the gift that you have brought us today. Thank you so much.
Mhm.
Ooh.
I can interrupt. Am I?
I call it the
Yeah.
perpetual onion sometimes. There's always more to notice how we're taking care with our words. There's always more to
Yes.
notice. Yeah.
Mhm. So it is after 9 o'clock, and to Facebook and YouTube, we are going to leave you now and just only be in the Zoom room, the Elizabeth Zoom room. So if you could go to elizabethvisionaryconference.org, hit the button that says Zoom and get your link and come right on in. You can use that same link forever, how long that lasts. How about that? And yeah, and just continue. This is our guest is Alison Love David. You can find her on Facebook, and you can go to her website, which is AlisonDavid.com. And of course, she's on Facebook and YouTube. So we're going to continue, and we bid you a wonderful weekend and holidays. Stay safe, and we'll see you Monday. Okay, we can continue on. Now we can get real gritty now, right?
Oh, what's gonna happen next? How does it
Yeah,
get
right.
gritty?
I would love for you, I can either pull up one of your songs or you could sing a song for us. We'd love to hear your beautiful voice, whichever is most comfortable for you.
It would be my absolute pleasure to sing you a song. I might need to change up a little bit of the tech. So I'm just gonna mute up and do that, okay?
Okay. Yeah. Grand Rising Lolly and Alita. Yeah. Good to have you on. And Alita, good to have you on today. Joining us. Mama Evelyn, how you doing today?
I'm doing good, taking it slow. Just, enjoying my day.
Or do you have an event this weekend that you are vendoring?
No, it's not a vendoring, it's art in the park.
Yeah.
Didn't I share on the on Facebook the flyer?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't go to Facebook, but is it this weekend or was it last?
Yeah, it's tomorrow. It's tomorrow. Starts at 11. At the, let me get it up. It is at the William G. Milliken State Park, 1900 Atwater.
Right on the river.
Yeah, right on the river. Yeah, I think
it's by the Nature Center.
Yeah, we've booked the
shed.
The shed, yeah.
That's a beautiful spot.
It is a lovely spot.
It's a lovely spot.
We've always had our meetups there and just sit and it's this beautiful Black man that he would come and stand by the water and he's like, whoa, I took pictures. I made pictures. I said, I was like, woo, with the dreads and the muscles and oh my god. I take my camera and go.
Okay, I may be on my way down there after the call.
Maybe you need to send him some sounds.
I know, that's right.
Oh man,
that's a good one, Mama.
But that's tomorrow. That's Saturday.
Yes,
that's Saturday. Okay.
Yes, the 2nd. Yep.
Wow.
Yep. And I think I'm doing the concert of colors with my friend Lisa Lewis, who does I don't know if you've seen it. She does the scarves and the those beautiful big scarves that you can tie as sarongs, or you've
I
seen
think
her
I
at
know
many
who you're talking
festivals.
about. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, yeah, so yeah, she talked me into coming out. I'm like, okay, I gotta drag out everything, make sure I got enough product, and I'm not making anything, I'm not stressing myself out. I'm just gonna pull what I got and make some signs and call it a weekend.
All of the weekend. So one is tomorrow, and
Yeah.
that starts at what time?
It starts at 11.
Until what?
Till about 3.
Okay.
2 or 3, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and the
And the concert of colors is that this weekend?
No, that's the 23rd and 24th.
Okay.
So you got a couple of weeks, yeah, of this month, yeah.
Well, thanks. Alison, you ready, girl?
I'm ready.
I was ready.
I am. I tell you what, it's such a pleasure to speak to you in this accent because I've been trying to do that for such a long time.
Go ahead, girl. It's on you.
You know what? I decided I have got my iPad with backing tracks, but the song that comes to mind to sing to you is this one, and it doesn't have any backing music. Hello, see if I've got any reverb. Hello, yeah. Okay, there we go. I wrote this song, Twin Towers. I was pregnant, and you just notice babies a lot when you're pregnant, right? And I started thinking about Saddam Hussein and George Bush. Like, if you'd have come across them in a buggy or a pushchair or a play group, you'd just be like, oh, so cute. And this pure nature that we have, this untainted, pure sweetness, that to be able to tune into that in every human being, that's what this song's about. So I guess if there's a way in this world that we can all live as one together, then we sure got to have a go, or we'll never know if life could be better. It could be better if there's a way for us to see that we are all part of the same family. Maybe then we would understand no one ever plans to be hurtful. They're just trying to help themselves. Who could really be to blame when intrinsically we are the same? We were born with open hearts, and we're just trying to play the game. And all we really want, all we ever want is love. If there's a way to see the truth instead of seeing just what we want to see, maybe then we could compromise and then realize all that we could be. We could realize all that we could be. Who could really be to blame when intrinsically we are the same? We were born with open hearts, and we're just trying to play the game. Well, all we really want, all we ever want is someone to hold us and not to control us. Well, all we really want, all we ever want is love. Yeah, tell when intrinsically we are the same. We were born with open hearts, and we're just trying to play the game. Well, all we really want, all we ever want is someone there to hold our hands and show that they really do understand. All we really want, all we ever want is love.
That was awesome.
Thank you.
Simply awesome. Yes, yes,
Mm.
yes, yes, yes.
Beautiful.
Mm-hmm. It's on gallery mode. Yeah, that was beautiful.
You
Beautiful.
wake up the birds with that voice, don't you?
I know, right? Oh my. Mm.
Yeah, so in honor of your mommy, good work.
Thank you.
Good work.
Mm.
I know it's important to have that mommy to say it to you and to represent your brown side. We embrace you, and we
Yeah.
I mean, I can just feel her being so proud of you
Mm.
and loving you and proud of who you have become to the world, not just and to yourself, but to the world. I can feel her very proud of you.
Yes.
Thank you. That means so
Yes.
much to me.
Mhm.
Yes.
And we do
Mm.
embrace you as your elders and your sisters on this side of life for you. You are welcome into our lives anytime to
Oh
learn
my
more
gosh.
about who you, your history. And so were you raised by your father? I heard you say stepfather.
Oh, my mom and my stepdad. My mom and my stepdad. My mom was there. She had me when she was 21, and she passed when I was 26. So I had.
Mm.
Awesome. Anyone else want to share?
Mm.
We're kind of on a.
I just give thanks that you say yes to all that you are. So many of us keep it, as they say, in-house. You know, your kids know you can sing, and your husband knows you can sing, and your friends know you can do all that. But I'm so grateful that you are choosing to share, as Queen Aduni says, with the world. And so I'm very, very grateful. My life has shifted because of you today. It literally has shifted, just like many times on this Elizabeth forum the other day, mama, my world shifted, and I feel the shift. I feel the shift. And so when I leave here, I can always take something with me that I can incorporate in my life immediately. Immediately. I don't have to wait until next week. I don't have to wait until I'm 10 pounds lighter. I don't have to wait. I can incorporate this in my life right here and now. So I thank you. I thank you. Deep bow to you, my sister. Deep bow.
Thank you so much. You made me feel so welcome, and if you were in the room with me, I'd hug you all.
Well, we be doing that. We be doing that hugging thing. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, Star.
I am hearing something that says that there is much more to you that needs to be shared. It's something deep. I don't know if you have been afraid to share it or just not ready to share it, it's in there and it needs to be shared, because when you keep something to yourself, no one else can benefit from it along with yourself. And so I don't know what it is. It just needs to be, it needs to come out of you and given or shared with the world. And that's what I'm hearing.
So much, you know, it's like climbing out of this deep hole that I've been in, just hiding who I am in the world. And you know, this bath ceremony thing is one of it. There's the accent. Can you believe even the accent, like the way I've held that? You know, I was thinking, oh, will they let me do it? What if they hate me if I speak in the accent? Like the things that have held me back from just being my full self in the world. Sometimes I like to shock people. You know, I feel like yeah, there are times that I just like to shock people because I feel like they need
we need a jolt. Yes, we
there
do.
we go.
We need
oh
a
yeah,
jolt.
yeah. So but I really appreciate you saying that, because I'm climbing out of hiding at the moment, one step at a time. You know, like my latest one this week is I make sexual innuendos in my song lyrics. So and even though I'm trying not to say it's stupid, or it's quite juvenile, but I'm trying not to say stupid. I'm now stopping myself say that. But one of the things I realize, so for example, Luther Vandross, oh my love, 1,000 kisses, that's when you opened up your legs and you told me to come in, is what I sing,
Hey.
right? And it's you know, some people might think it's terrible, but I'm just like, this is Alison, this is who she is. She's been this person for so long. She's 49. It's time for her to just show you and not care. And most of the audience don't even notice because they're busy doing something else. And my cat, I always call her my pussy, and people are like, pussy, oh. And what I've been realizing this week, and my daughter's an artist. She likes doing shocking art as well, like, but she's a fashion designer and an artist. She does things, and she likes to do things specifically to shock. And I realized it's not just juvenile. I'm trying to wake people up to like the conditioning that they have. And for example, that one there with the sexual stuff is like, gosh, you know, and this is what the sister was talking about earlier, about making a piece, was talking about making love sounds, right? So I was sharing a workshop the other day, and I was talking about, you know, making love sounds and you know, how do you feel about being heard? And all the people, this is England, white people, England, and in a tent, and they're all like, it was a yoga camp, that's the context, and they're all like, yeah, but you know, you don't make those sounds in front of your children. And you know, whether you agree or not, that's one culture. That's a cultural thing. That is a cultural thing. And I have a theory, which is my theory, which I'm, you know, as I learn to free my true voice and bring everything that I'm out of hiding and just be who I am in the world rather than hide it. You know, I believe that if we were to be more sexually liberated in our sounds, in our conversation, then there wouldn't be so much sexual attack and rape and, you know, and so where I was thinking it was stupid to sing sexual innuendos in songs and say pussy and things like that, actually there might be something deeper to it that I hadn't thought of before, that is like, wake up people, you know, we don't have to make such, put it, if you hide it, it bursts out. So thank you, Star, for encouraging me, because I'm still working on it.
Yeah.
Mama Yaba.
Well, you know me, here I go. Well, what I would like to do,
Lose yourself.
I want to share another dimension of that with you. With everybody, but with you specifically. Number one, in the indigenous cultures all around the world, they don't have that problem. It is indeed a problem, because, as you said, it kind of shuts you down inside and things like that. But in many cultures, people walk around butt naked. I mean, they don't even have awareness that there's anything else to be. You're born butt naked. I mean, you're not born with clothes on. And when it comes to the sounds you make during your joining experience, I hate the word sex. I don't hate it because I don't have hate in my bones, but I do not appreciate that word because it has X in it for one reason. And this is not an X experience. This is an in experience or an in experience. So, oh boy. Elijah Muhammad, he was an African-American man who created an organization here in the United States of America, and he covered just about everything. And one of the things he said about when a man and woman join together to create another life, or whether they want to create another life or not, it's different to say Allahu Akbar, which means God is great when you have an orgasm, than to say, God damn, shit, you know? So it's like giving you an opportunity to take that positive energy in the very creation of the life force that you're bringing into the world. He said, you can make a king, you can make a queen, or you can make a dog or somebody evil just by what you're thinking and feeling at that moment. So I've been in a relationship now for about 13 years, and this brother didn't come from any kind of culture. So I shared with him that at that moment, think about God. At that moment, think about, and if you don't believe in God, that's fine. But think about the higher power. Think about the vital energy that life represents and pour that into the woman. Anyway, it's an experience that you can try. And then you'll find yourself making all kinds of sounds because you'll be free. You'll say, oh, well, this is the plug going into the socket. You know what I'm saying? Dr. Lila Africa, Peace and Blessing upon his soul, taught us that, I took classes from him too, and he taught us that the penis has certain points on it. Like we talk about pressure points when we're doing, healing ourselves through the pressure points. And it has points on it that match the points inside of a woman's vagina. And that there's no reason for a woman to be going through sickness if that knowledge was, known to her and to him. Because if he matched those points along the points inside of her vagina, let's say, for example, if she had a tumor, then he could heal her. This thing they call in America, in the Western world, it's all physical. But in the rest of the world, particularly Asia, the East, Africa, traditional Africa. Now, I'm not talking about modern Africa.
That's right.
In traditional Africa, people have this knowledge and it's passed down through, as the sisters and I have talked about before, the women's societies and the men's society. A penis is not just an instrument of pleasure. It's a divine instrument of rejuvenation and healing. I bet you're gonna have some music make some sounds now, ain't you, girl?
Do you know what? I know this. It's a healing magic wand. I know this. I had my Tantra teacher, and he's also an Ifa, and my Tantra teacher is an Ifa priestess and priest. And I understand that. And actually, the act of creation of lovemaking is creative, whether you're making a baby or not. It's a point of creation. And you know what? I did listen to 2 recordings and one of them of you lot. One of them was you talking about using that point of creation intentionally, which I did when we're manifesting this house. Actually, I had a nice little orgasm and it came to me, and it's good to do that. And but also what I discovered, what I thought tuned in or whatever, most of the religions, right, don't want you to do the sex thing or sacred union thing, because you connect to the divine, the point of creation, the creator. And so they want to be the middleman and they block it. And this is one of the reasons why we're so repressed, and they're teaching us this stuff like porno movies and all that, where it's all about animal gratification. They don't want us to know that. And also what my teachers taught me, that is, if the man, which I love what you said about your brother, your man bringing in some intention, and because if the man is dumping, is like de-stressing on your body, he's dumping his energy in you, and for creation. And so that knowing that it's not, so you have to be very conscious with our lovemaking. And
that's right.
I haven't seen a penis for years, let me tell you.
We're gonna have to meditate for you.
I better have you beat. I better have you beat. You say years? How about a few decades? No.
Oh, girl. Oh, yeah, okay.
All right.
Stay open, Evelyn. Stay open.
And when it comes, it's
That's a
gonna
good
come.
phrase.
That's right. Stay open, boo. Stay open.
Well, you know, I went 17 years between the time I had my baby and met this young man. But the thing about it is you have to know what's really going on during that period. That's your training session. That's your training. That's your discipline period. That's your reacquainting yourself with the indwelling intelligence. That's realizing that you ain't in charge of your destiny. Because if you were in charge of it, you'd be doing something else. You understand what I'm saying? So it teaches you humility. It teaches you submission.
Right.
It teaches you the reality that you're going to die if you don't have it. You know, it was a wonderful experience, and it gives you the strength to, within a relationship with a person, for each of you to come to a point where you do not engage. That you take that a time out. There was a time when my first marriage, we went 6 months without engaging with one another. That was part of our training. Look at you.
And what did you learn from that, or what was the experience of
that?
Yeah.
Oh my God! It's like the experience was the idea that you create the environment for your relationship without focusing on being pulled into
intimacy.
Something. Yeah. Not being pulled into, oh my God, if I don't have it, I'm gonna drop dead and die or something crazy. Your husband doesn't become an object, and I did not become an object of, I don't even know the word, I don't even use those words anymore, of, oh my God.
My friend calls it marriage sex.
Huh?
Marriage sex? Marriage sex. She's like,
yeah, you're not
marriage sex.
You don't have to have sex. You don't have to have that type of intimacy. You don't have to be pulled into, like, I know women, I've heard women say, and I've heard men, especially men, because their stuff is external, not like us, internal. And if I don't get it, I gotta have it and all that stuff. Well, if we learned that we didn't gotta have it, we could have it when we wanted to have it. We could create an environment that would create the idea of what it really is, and what that intimacy means. You know, we could set it up. And I know you all y'all here probably know about setting it up. You know, you see it on TV, the same old throw roses on the bed.
Yeah.
That's TV. But you can set it up and create the environment before you even engage in it. Which before we did the fast, he wanted it, I wanted it, or whoever wanted it got it. But that's not all that there is to it. And so through that fast, we realized what I did, I presume he did too. We realized that we make a choice on how we engage with one another. We also found that we didn't argue. The argument thing phase kind of like didn't even exist during that period. Wow. There was no sense of ownership during that 6 months. Wow. I didn't own him and he didn't own me. And he couldn't get an attitude with me if I didn't want to do it. And I couldn't get an attitude with him if he didn't want to do it, because we weren't supposed to be doing it. So it strengthened our will. I mean, just a lot came out of it. And the whole initiation process, as we talked about the other day, it's like that. You know, just like fasting from food, the same thing you learn when you fast from food is the same thing you learn when you fast from anything. You can fast from talking. Keep your mouth shut. You can fast from, one of our exercises was the blindfold, put cotton in our ears and keep cloth over our mouth so we would not restrain us from talking. And that was for 24 hours. And when night came, you couldn't cut on the lights. that
Mm.
navigate through the apartment with your senses, so that you begin to know and sense and feel the energy. See, people don't think that these furnitures and stuff we have in the house have energy, but everything in life has
Everything is
Yes,
energy.
yes.
so
Mhm.
when you walk
Yes.
through the house, you didn't bump
Yes.
into the table the first time or the second time. Maybe you did. But after that, you could move around things. You didn't need any light on or any, so then he told us to remove the blindfolds at some of those exercises and see if you're really in the dark.
Mm.
And we removed the blindfolds.
Mm.
And after a while, you heard people say your eyes adjusted to the darkness. And that's when you realize that there is no darkness. People talk about darkness and all of that stuff, but you'd have to be in a volume to not see any light whatsoever. And so I've never had that experience, but I don't believe that there would not be light. I just think that it would be light. And I hate to say I don't know it. That's why I say I believe it. I should say I think it. But anyway, those are some of the things that we learned in that experience.
Mm. Awesome.
How is Razia? Excuse me. Since she's been not well, anybody know?
Yeah, I I texted her last night because it was 9 something and I didn't want to disturb her. Just saying that, we're praying for her and that I would talk to her today after the session.
And Alison, may I ask you a question? Another question. Have you ever thought about, or have you ever experienced sending your love energy or your healing energy through the sounds to someone that was at a distance from you, or even close to you? Have you ever done it?
Don't feel like I have. I mean, if I give someone a little bit of body work or something, I use sound, but I've never thought like you can do remote Reiki or something. I've never thought of making an actual sound and transmitting it to another being on the planet. No, thank you.
Didn't I hear somebody say that whatever we do, it goes out into you? You said it goes out
Yeah,
into the world, into
I
the
put my intention in the bath water and send that out, but it's not the same as what you're describing to me. It feels different. Yeah, I'll do that. Thank
Your
you.
voice is so beautiful. I think you would
It
carry it all over
is.
the world.
My songs do that,
Mm.
And Peace, you want to join?
I was gonna say, as a meditation coach, one of the things that I share is that Mama Earth is always humming. Like there's always this hum. Like when we chant Om, Om,
Mm.
Om, that's to resonate with the core of the earth. So Mama Earth is always humming. And it really does help, like to tap into that. Everything has a hum to it. Like when y'all were talking about the furniture, Mama Yaba was talking about the furniture and how everything, has a sense of vibration. That humming, like if you really go into meditation, you can almost, you can hear it depending on how deep you go, So yeah, or just realize, or just that. If you do it long enough, you'll start to vibrate and sense the sound with pretty much everything around you,
Yeah, you can get an instrument that you can that records the music of water and the music of plants. There are instruments that you can record, like they amplify the music of nature. Yeah.
Mm.
And did you know that one of the theories of how the pyramids was built was with sound? That how they moved the rocks, how the stones.
I've never heard of that.
Mm.
So they move.
That's what
They move the rocks by vibration. Is that what you're saying?
apparently it's one of the theories with
Mhm.
sound. They use sound to lift the stones, to lift the. That's the theory.
Well, we know that when you know, like when you're picking up something big like that, there's a grunt, there's a, yeah. And then when you release it, there's a, you know. You know what? You know, the divine being, God is just so creative, and everything that we need, we have it. We have it. We get so used to it being done for us, or being created to do it for us, that we forget the power that we have in using sound, and using breathing, and all the just natural touch, the touch. It's just amazing. It's amazing. You know, doing yoga this morning. I love it when Nawili says to hit, okay, tap on your navel, you know, and you can hear it. Just amazed at the body. Just amazed at the body.
It's amazing. An amazing instrument.
And I feel called to say that in the sacred texts, so in the Judeo-Christian one, in the beginning was the word, and in the Hindu Bhagavad Gita type one, yeah, in the beginning was the Om. So also when we think about the energy of creation and beginnings, there's sound there.
And the Rastafarians say word, sound, and power. Word, sound, and power. They don't say word, spelling, and power. Word, sound, and power.
Well, my goodness gracious, this has been wonderful.
Oh, Queen Aduni.
Yeah.
When you did that, what you just said about the use of sound, I thought about the brothers back in the day when they were laying railroad ties.
Yeah.
Or when they chopped down trees, or any kind of work that required the extension of the use of their muscles. And they would say, lift it up higher, bring it on down. You know,
yeah.
They did it all in harmony and in rhythm.
Yeah.
No sound. They couldn't work. They didn't work without sound.
Yeah.
The Aboriginals, they walk their trails with these things called song lines. They sing all the way through their walkabout. I read a beautiful book called Song Lines once that was about that.
And indigenous people.
Now, really, we have not heard from you.
There she is.
Okay, let me see. Great day, everybody. Thank you, Sister. I'm so appreciative, so grateful. This has brought up a lot because I actually have been dealing with my throat chakra for a few years. And prior to that, had a real issue with hearing my voice and didn't like my voice. And had a revelation on down the line that opened me up to my sound and how it resonates. And I truly am really still embodying and loving, and the gift that this was very.
You're going in and out, Nawili.
Okay, I'm not moving. Okay, I don't know why.
Still can pick up enough, so carry on.
Okay, let me see. Yes, this has given me a lot of more courage to do some things with my voice that I would love to do. And I'm so inspired by Aduni and her voice that I hear, and some of the other people that use their voices, and now hearing yours. And of course, you know, I'm a closet singer. I'm not even a shower singer. I'm a closet singer. Because I think, you know, one of my gifts would be I love sacred sounds, and like everything you did felt sacred because it through every cell, every chakra, every meridian in the body. So I'm really, really grateful that you shared. Thank you so much. And yeah, sound heals. Yes, thank you.
Thank you. I'd love to share another thing that's come to my mind. You know, going to people like church, right? So, or just when you're in a Zoom and if you're like, if you listen to say Elania Vincent or something and she's doing something, she wants to want to hear you say yeah. And if you go to church, they go amen. And like the people of color would do that. The Afro-Caribbean, Afro nature people would comment and they would make sounds if it's a concert or something like that, you know, watching on the telly and they're all booing or cheering or, you know, whereas in the white culture it's so quiet. And so what's been wonderful since the lockdown and since Zoom, really, even before the lockdown, is that I can be that person. I can go, and no one can hear me because I'm muted, and it's okay to do it.
It is so okay to do it. It's freeing to do it. Yes.
One of the things I dream of doing as well is having this ticket, a permission slip, and going to like yoga classes and whatever. And I want to be invited to retreats and health spas. And I give this ticket. And so suddenly everyone has the right to make sounds. So whether they're in the sauna and the steam, whether they're in a yoga class bending down going, but everything is suddenly allowed, you know, just like freedom to make sounds for a little while. Yeah.
Yes.
So you don't like, be quiet. So you don't like that. Be quiet. Be quiet.
Sometimes it's essential though, isn't it? When you're trying to like two people talking to you at the same time, like what do you do?
Exactly. Oh my goodness. Well, this
But
is
you know, I'm doing a workshop this weekend at a festival with children. It's a music festival. It's called Love Supreme. Erica Badu's playing on Saturday night. And yeah, and basically I'm doing 2 workshops, Saturday and Sunday, with children, and it's called You Don't Have to Be Quiet. Want to plant some seeds in those children that whatever, you know, there are times that you will have to be quiet.
Yes.
Don't if someone says to you you can't sing, don't hold that on for like 25 decades. You know, yeah, I'm excited about that.
That's wonderful. Awesome, 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 awesome. Well, thank you so much, Alison. It has been such a pleasure, such a wonderful pleasure. Pleasure, pleasure, pleasure. And we must all sing together. You're going to have to come to the United States so we can, or we can all come there. You know, that's good too.
I'm gonna be winging my way over there as soon as I can.
Yay.
So yeah, and thank you so much for having me. And I'll be back. I'll definitely. Already put in my calendar 2 weeks time on a Wednesday for some qigong sounds. Yeah, I'll be back. Thank you so much, ladies.
Yes, thank you.
So stay with us. We got a few more minutes. Danny, you want to just bring up about our book?
Yes, the study of the 4 agreements. Yes. Oh, look at here. I'm telling you, this is one of my favorite books. As you can tell, I've got the companion book. I've got the 5th agreement. Wait a minute. I got the mastery of love. I got the voice of knowledge. Okay. Look at here. You know, Don Miguel Ruiz has been one of my guides, truly. And this is a masterpiece of writing, the 4 agreements. And what he's stating is that if you would commit to these 4 agreements, just these 4,
Yeah.
Being impeccable with your word. Don't take anything personally.
Mhm.
Don't make assumptions, and always do your best. Your life can shift in ways that you can only imagine.
Mhm.
So we are going to delve into the four agreements. It is July, and some of you have already read it. Many of you haven't. And if you don't have it, you can't get the book, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. The content in class will be so delicious and so good. You will get it just by being in the presence. You'll get it by osmosis, right? Is that what they say? Yeah, by
Yeah.
osmosis. So that is it. The Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. And it is just a delicious offering to this experience that we call life and enlightenment and all of that. So we getting started. What is next week? Are we
Yeah,
getting
we're gonna
started?
start next week. Everybody get your books.
Get your books.
Yeah, because there's nothing like being able to highlight and
Right.
and things
Right.
that really hit you. And like as Danny said, I mean, I've had this book. This was one of the first books when
Yeah.
I started going into business, and I was reading all these self-improvement books and stuff. And this was one, my husband turned me on to this.
Yeah.
Four Agreements. I don't know if he was trying to fix me or not. Well, you know, I mean,
No,
I'm perfect. You
he
know,
was making an
he
offering.
was.
Okay. We are all perfect. We're already perfect. We can just enhance ourselves a little bit. That's it. That's it. And I didn't realize that this is an autograph copy, and that was in 2000, and that was in 2001. Wow. So this book is 21 years old.
Wow. Yeah.
21 years old. And the study and the language of it is just so inviting. And so, and it's not a difficult study. It's a rather small book.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, we're talking about 128 pages. Okay. Yeah. So for those of you who are thinking, oh, I got to read something or whatever it is, hey, it's all good. It's all good. So come join us next week as we begin. I think we're going to do an introduction. We're going to start with the introduction and then enter into the weeks as we cover the Four Agreements.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yes.
Good and delicious.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
So now we got Evelyn at the festival at McNamara Park tomorrow from 11. What time is it, Evelyn? 11 to
3.
11 to around 3.
11.
The McMillan Park.
The McMillan Park, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then we got, oh, beloved Alison. Ooh, go to her website. Was it placed in the chat? Did you put the information?
Yeah,
in the chat? So the information is in the chat where you can contact Alison. She's on Facebook, YouTube, you know, go and listen to that beautiful voice. I am going to take in the bath experience, okay?
Yeah.
So all of the information, how to get in contact with her, AlisonDavid.com, and the baths are there. So, you know, avail yourself to everything that this sister has to offer. She has truly, truly been a light for us today. And it's been a good week. This is a wonderful way to end the week, you know, of truly enlightenment and music. You know, Mama was singing the other day with her guitar. I'm telling you, let me tell you something. If you don't know how blessed you are to be on this forum, let me tell you, okay?
Let me tell you something.
Okay.
No.
So, Sister Nawili, you have a comment? Where you at?
Yes, I was just saying, sorry. I just saw Lolly posted that you'll be at Aretha Franklin Jazz Cafe tomorrow at 7:30.
Ooh.
You'll be
Yes,
Tomorrow.
yes,
Right. And that's inside the music hall, right?
yes.
That's
Yeah.
inside the music hall at 7:30, Aretha's Jazz Cafe. All right. Is there a cover charge? Is there a there she is. Hey.
Hi.
Hey. Unmute yourself, boo. Okay.
All right. Yes. I'm quiet. I just take in information and sometimes I don't show my face, but I'm here.
Okay.
But
All
no,
right.
it's no cover. This is a free event with Detroit Music Weekend. So
All
I'll be
right.
performing for 20 minutes.
Awesome. Now, are there other performers on the show as well? Okay.
Yes, the event goes from noon until 10 p.m. I believe. But I just know I'm at 7:30. I'm not sure where everyone else is.
Okay. And people can come and go in the music hall as they like.
As far as I know, yes.
All right. All right. Well, we'll check it out. That's wonderful. Who else got something going on this weekend? Well, it is the 4th of July weekend, and we just had a beautiful display of fireworks a couple of evenings ago. They call it Independence Day. So do something to free yourself.
Take a bath.
Take a bath. I know that's right. Ooh, that's right. That's
So yeah, you
right.
could do that, and if you there's the one that's right now on my website. If you clicked, you'd get the link from the one I did on Wednesday. And if you went on the Insight Timer meditation app, I don't know if you know that app. It's beautiful. It's got so many free meditations, and there's an audio download. You can listen to the audio version of a bath ceremony on there too, if you look Alison David up. But that's a great app for all of you, and if you're a teacher or a speaker or a meditation leader, you should be on there too.
Is that Insight or
Inside?
Inside?
Looking inside. Insight Timer. Let me write it in the chat. Oops, didn't write timer properly, but you get it.
I think Sage had mentioned that with the music that she was playing, and I couldn't. And she was just saying that her list. You create your own list in there from. Is that correct, Alison?
Unmute yourself, honey.
I have favorite meditations that I like to do on there. You can search people on there. There's even like Sadhguru. You know Sadhguru?
Yeah.
All sorts of people. But yeah, and also I have a vocal toning body scan meditation, which you can find on all platforms. So you can do that. What we did, a little bit of that, but go through your whole body. So it's on Spotify. It's on this Insight Timer app. It's I know on YouTube. You can find it on Amazon, whatever, you know. So that's called Vocal Toning Body Scan and by Alison David. So you can practice that. It's like only about 8 minutes, in a car, lying down in your bed, wherever, you know, in the street and wherever.
Is that vocal tuning or vocal turning? Vocal tuning.
Toning. Toning.
Toning. Okay.
Vocal tone. I can't do it.
Thank you so much.
Oh my God. It has been a joy and a pleasure being with you sisters, all of you this week. And oh my God, we're going into our 11th week. And isn't that wonderful? And
wonderful.
I'm still interested, you know. I'm still interested in showing up because you sisters, you queens, you just bring such spontaneous information. And I mean, who would think we'd start off about healing our voice and end up talking about pussy?
That's right. Because there's always something good going on when the sisters come together. All
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Yes.
All right. Give yourself some love.
All right.
Hug yourself. Hug yourself. I love how Lolly sees one arm up and the other arm hugging and hug the world. Hug the whole even though it's a holiday Monday, we will still be with At Peace and Danielle before you kick off the rest of your day. So
all right.
All
right.
Love
be
you.
blessed, but more importantly, be a blessing. Yes.
Have a safe trip home, Alison.
Bye. Thank you.
I'm reaching out to you, Alison.
Safe trip back to the UK.
Thank you. I'll be making my way slowly.
All right.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.